This is The Brief on Newsfirst Digital.
A very good evening and welcome. This is The Brief at 7 on Newsfirst Digital. I'm Ramesh, Irugalbandara.
And I'm Serala, Fonseka.
On to our top story this evening. A tense situation was reported in Parliament this afternoon. So much so that the Speaker of Parliament, Karujai Surya, was forced to adjourn the parliamentary session. MPs representing the joint opposition protested and raised concerns and called on the Speaker to launch a disciplinary inquiry against State Minister Vijay Kalamaheshwaran.
කරන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. අපි පක්ෂ ගන්න ඕනේ ජීන්නයක්. පක්ෂ ජීන්නයක් ගන්න ඕනේ. ඔව්. අපි වන් සාකච්ඡා කරලා ගන්න. ඔව්. අපි ජීන්නයක් ගන්න. මම ජීන්නයක් ගන්න මම. ඔව්. ඔව්. ඒක ඊටාමාත්ම බරපතල ප්‍රශ්නයක් ගැන දන්නවා. ඉතින් මෙතන පුටුවේ ඉඳගෙන මට තීරණය ගන්න බෑ. ඒක වලවන්න. එහෙම මට නවත්තන්න වෙනවා පාර්ලිමේන්තුව. එහෙම බෑ. තර්ජනය කරලා බෑ එහෙම කරන්න. පක්ෂ නායකයෝ කතා කරලා බරපතල දේ මම කරන්න. ඔව්. ඉතා බරපතල තීරණයක්. ඔව්. හරි දැන් වාඩි වෙන්න කරුණා කරලා. वीरवंश मंत्रीතුමා මම ඔබතුමාට කියන අපව වාඩි වෙන්න කියලා මට වැඩ කටයුතු කරන්න අවස්ථාව දෙන්න. මේක ළඟමඩලක් කරගන්න එපා. පාර්ලිමේන්තුව తాවකාලිකව අත්විඳිනවා. හරි.
Now, 5 minutes after what you just saw, Parliament reconvened. However, the opposition MPs continued to voice their concerns. A group of opposition MPs even entered the well of Parliament and began to make a small scene. A group of parliamentarians also launched an unsuccessful attempt to secure the parliamentary mace. This forced Speaker Karujai Surya to adjourn Parliament till tomorrow.
Addressing a media briefing in Colombo today, leader of Sri Lanka Podujana Peruguna, Professor G.L. Pires, commented on the current crime wave in the country.
This is a very dangerous situation. There was a bank robbery in the Tahalava area. They stole 960 lakhs. We hear of a bank robbery at least once every 10 days. Breaking into banks has become a national business, and the government has set the best example for this enterprise. The Prime Minister is the root of all this. He is the mastermind. Arjun Mahendran didn't do it for personal reasons. He did all this because of the Prime Minister. Now the Prime Minister is trying to wash his hands clean. No one believes him. The Prime Minister has a clear responsibility to bring Arjun Mahendran, who is a close friend, back to the country. Then an investigation should be held and the money that was stolen should be returned to the working class of this country. The Prime Minister is responsible for getting this done.
ලබා දීමට රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ අගමැතිතුමාට විශේෂ යුතුයකමක් හා වගකීමක් තිබෙන බව අපි පැහැදිලිව ප්‍රකාශ.
Well, an update on a story that you bought about a week ago. 10 suspects connected to the beating of a leopard in the Kilnochi area have been remanded till the 5th of July. The suspects were further remanded when they were produced before the Kilnochi Magistrates Court. The police noted that investigations are continuing to arrest a few more suspects and that 2 police teams have been deployed to conduct these investigations.
In some international news now, former Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak has been arrested by anti-corruption authorities and is due to be charged on Wednesday.
Najib, who was long plagued by allegations of corruption, has been accused of pocketing $700 million from the State Development Fund, 1MDB. Billions of dollars are unaccounted for from the fund set up by Najib. He has been under investigation since his shock election loss in May. Najib denies any wrongdoing. According to a statement by the 1MDB Special Task Force, Najib was arrested at 2:30 p.m. local time at his house in relation to matters dealing with SRC, a subsidiary of 1MDB. He will be charged at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow at the Kuala Lumpur High Court. Raids in recent weeks have been carried out across properties linked to Najib. Police say they recovered $273 million in luxury goods and cash from a raid in June. calling the seizure of valuables the biggest in Malaysian history. Jewellery accounted for the biggest portion of the seizure, with the most expensive item being a $1.6 million diamond and gold necklace.
Thai workers today laid gravel outside the entrance to a cave where divers are set to enter to rescue 12 schoolboys and their soccer coach who have been trapped inside the underground complex for 10 days.
The work was done to stop roads getting muddier in bad weather and to facilitate the arrival of vehicles carrying aid and equipment, according to officials at the site. Aged between 11 and 16, the boys went missing with a 25-year-old coach after soccer practices on the 23rd of June after they set out to explore the Tham Luang cave complex in a forest park near Thailand's northern border with Myanmar. Rescuers had been focusing on an elevated mound which cavers have named Pattaya Beach in the cave complex's third chamber, knowing that it could have provided the boys with a refuge when rains flooded the cave.
We have some news for all you Harry Potter fans. Did you know that J.K. Rowling's fantasy creation, the sport Quidditch, is now a globally competitive sport? This year's Quidditch World Cup took place in Florence, Italy, with 29 international teams taking part. Teams included from USA, United Kingdom, Belgium, Australia, Spain, Iceland, Malaysia, South Korea, Hong Kong, and even Vietnam.
The biggest tournament to date, with over 800 players taking part, the sport combines elements of rugby and dodgeball with wrestling to create a fast-paced, full-contact, co-ed sport. Matches last between 20 minutes to an hour and end after the golden snitch, a tennis ball stuffed in a stocking worn by an independent player, is grabbed by a seeker. The tournament snitch enters play 18 minutes into the game. Each goal is awarded 10 points and the team that grabs the snitch ball gets 30 points. In the early rounds, it was favourites USA and Australia who set the early pace in the group stages. In the first semi-finals, USA beat the UK for a place in the final for the fourth time. Belgium became first-time finalists after beating Turkey. USA won the match 120-70 after player Harry Greenhouse grabbed the snitch within minutes of it coming onto the field. The first World Cup was held in Oxford in England back in 2012 when the USA took top honours. The team took the title again in 2014, but Australia caught the snitch to snatch victory 2 years ago in Frankfurt, Germany.
And that's a wrap of the brief at 7. For Newsfirst Digital, I'm Ramesh Irugalbandara.
And I'm Serala Fonseka. Good night.